Right. Okay. Oh, where are my kitties? Here comes one. Here comes one. It's Buscotti. Buscotti. And here comes Garfield. Okay, everybody's coming. How do you like my shirt, guys? How do you like it? Huh? Can you read it? It says, "Cats are my favorite people." It's one of many that we have. Whew! Boy, that was a long jump, wasn't it? So I'm back to making t-shirts for people that ordered t-shirts. Had some problems with our printer printing white on dark fabric. So some of you that had ordered, hey babies, some of you that had ordered navy with our graphic on it, the printer wouldn't come out with a good finished product. So I finally got them on the line yesterday. And we needed to make some adjustments to the printer so that the white would come out. Anyways, that set me back a few days. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes it's hard to get a hold of customer service people today. You know, I don't know whether you've had that same experience. Crumpet, what are you doing? After a lizard. What else? Well, I'm going to set up a couple more cameras here so I can switch, so you're not looking at me all the time. I'll be switching to cameras that are facing the kitties, or at least facing the town center. So I've ordered the cables, and it'll be done in the next few days. Yeah. So in terms of an update, which is what this is today, mainly an update. The Rainbow Bridge isn't finished because my volunteer took off with the artwork because his son had been in an accident in another state, in Idaho, and I haven't heard back from him. So I may have to do that work myself. I'm not looking forward to it. Today I have a fella coming out that's going to help me with the laser so we can do our own bricks. And it's all set up, but I need to talk to him about some settings. So that'll be happening after he gets off work. Yeah, I can't give you his name because I don't have permission yet to do that, but I will. If he comes out and helps us, I'd be happy to give him an acknowledgement, but I need to check with him first. So Terry's not here. I got started a little late. Because YouTube had changed their interface again. So you have to figure out what they did and then determine how to get around it. So I was hoping to do this an hour ago, but then I got thrown for a loop. I had to go back to the computer and mess with it a little bit to get back on. So hopefully I'm back on now. I haven't checked, but I should be back on, and we're going to be making some improvements here. I want to have a little display right here where I can see if anybody left comments, and then the 2 additional cameras. So if I'm slowed down and don't complete those tasks, it's because I've been fussing with getting the t-shirts printed. My apologies. We did put out an announcement that the t-shirts were delayed and that they would start shipping on the 15th of April, and I want to stick to that. I think that's pretty much the case. Who's this? Bear Claw and Trumpet and Biscotti, and Rio's on the bench over here. As far as the forecast that we accepted a couple weeks ago, one of them, Jackie, went missing. No, I'm sorry, Cass went missing. And now that we've opened up their room to the outside world, we're missing another cat. I think it's Jackie. So there are two that are still in the welcome room with access to the outside world. They have to walk along the bridges, and I have a feeling that they have taken up residence underneath the schoolhouse. Oh, jeez. Because when Tinker was out this morning, he was nosing around like somebody was underneath the schoolhouse. So maybe those two kitties will show up and just end up being Cat's Cradle yard cats, which is okay by us, but we'd like to get them into the Cat Town area. I think they'd be happier there. What do you think, Crumpet? Well, I'm going to see if I'm online here or whether I've been flummoxed again. Okay, so let me get up and walk to the monitor. Yeah, I know. What are you doing in my chair? Huh? Mom's coming out. She'll be out very soon. Very soon. She's busy with the inside cats and the garden cats. And then she comes out here. So the inside and the garden cats get taken care of before Terry comes out to Cat Town. But she should be here any minute. So we're very sorry that those 4 cats have not been cooperative. So we have one right now that's in the hay room up on the bridge, another one that's on the screen room that's up on the bridge. However, the bridge is open, so I guess eventually they'll come out. They need to come out. We're not going to force them, but you know, we've opened the door, and gosh, I think they would want to come out and explore. But it looks like somebody ate a lot of food last night. Looking at their dishes that are in the screen room, and most of the food has been eaten. So somebody's eating. Somebody's eating. Yeah. Maybe Bobby, she watches the cams, and maybe she caught them eating last night. So I'm sure she'll chime in if she did. But we do worry about the 2 that are loose. That really wasn't in the original plan. If you can hear me, leave a message, please. Otherwise, I know the microphone isn't working. It's the only way I know. The only way I know is if you guys send me a comment. Send me a comment. So the pigeons, all the pigeons were gone today, except for one gal who's who's hatching 2 eggs. She's been working on those eggs for, I guess, about a week, maybe 10 days. So we maybe have some baby pigeons to go along with our baby rabbits. Everything propagates pretty good around here. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Aren't these kitties wonderful? Terry and I were talking this morning about how lucky we are that we have this to do, and we have this responsibility late in life. Critters that we have to care for, critters that we've saved, critters that love us back, right? I saved you. You were going to get put down that night. And I said, we can't do that. We got to take this kitty home. I'll worry about Terry later. So we saved this kitty, and we saved Muffin Man about the same time. And Muffin Man has gone missing. So I think I mentioned that in our last video. So Muffin Man has gone missing. Alright, you young guys, take it easy. All young cats. Bear Claw and Biscotti are playing around. Yep, I need to get that little video up here, either here or up here. Somewhere where I can see if there are any comments. Otherwise, I'm just going to stop. I'm going to stop this foolishness. But I need to get somebody else on camera. I'm sick of looking at myself. And I know you're sick of looking at me, especially with this silly beard. But I do grow beards sometimes in the wintertime, and I'll probably shave it off when summer comes. I told our grandson, who's got long hair right now, and his birthday is coming up on Saturday, and he's wearing his hair long. He likes it that way. I said, well, I'm going to keep growing my beard, and as soon as you cut your hair, it's going on 14. As soon as you cut your hair, then I'll cut my beard off. So we'll see if that helps. We'll see if that helps. Well, ferrets are up early. They're eating. I saw a squirrel come across to their little vacation house, and then he grabbed a peanut that I left some peanuts out, and he scurried back into the main habitat, and then he went out through the opening that I provided for them, and he's back in the great beyond now. So the squirrels come and go, and we like it that way. We like it that way. They certainly like it. But they know where they can get food if they need to, and that is come into the main habitat, cross the bridge in the tunnel over to the dacha house. Whoop! And I always have food for them in the dacha house because I like them to use the tunnel. It's fun to watch them. The cats like to watch them, right? That's the main thing. Rio doesn't like all this jumping around of these younger cats. Because I really would prefer that doesn't happen. Rio! Come on. Come on, Rio. Rio. Hey, Rio. Come on. Oh, looks like I'm going to get Bert. Okay, well, everybody's just kind of hanging out, waiting for breakfast to be served. Right? Yeah. Waiting for breakfast. Yep. So these little boys with Scotty and Bear Claw have a date with the vet to get fixed. I think that's next week. Speaking of vendors, if you're in the Tampa Bay area and you have a pet cat or pet dog that has passed, we recommend Honor Thy Pet. Honor Thy Pet is here in Tampa. It's down by Ybor City, and we've been doing business with them for years. They're very, very nice people, and they run a good operation down there. So you just bundle up your pet, your deceased pet, in a box. Nothing that doesn't have to be anything special, and then take it down to them, and they'll cremate the remains, and then call you and tell you that it's time for you to pick up your pet. They have a number of very nice urns down there if you want to have the cremation remains, which is just really a sand thing. If you want to keep it in something rather than scattering it. They have some very nice urns down there that you can pick out. Our personal pets, we all have urns. We have urns for all of our personal pets that have passed. Our Cat's Cradle cats, we scatter their ashes in the butterfly garden, as you know. And that's just what we chose to do. We have a separate pet cemetery for our pets, and that cemetery has different rocks and stuff in it where you can put the ashes and have them out in a very attractive way. So you're just looking at a rock. You don't know that there's ashes inside, right? Well, that's what we choose to do, is have these garden rocks that have a cavity inside, and you just pour your ashes that you get back from Honor Thy Pet. And then you can have that where you can see it, and you can think about your wonderful pet. Every time you see that rock or urn, you can think about the pet that you've lost. I also, some of my passwords that I use on our computers for different applications, some of the passwords I name after pets that we have lost. And it's easy for me to remember, and every time I put it in, I think of that pet. So it's a great way to kind of force yourself to get into that mode where you're thinking about that pet that you lost, that you love so much. Every time you type that password in. For instance, Maggie is one of my passwords. Maggie was a combination golden retriever and lab. A wonderful, wonderful, wonderful dog. Passed away a few years ago. Yeah. All right. So I guess that's probably it for today. Let me just check and see if anybody has any questions. Now, eventually I'm going to be able to just turn my head and I'll say, oh, hello. But for now, I need to go into the bistro. Check my phone. Alright, so I don't mean to be rude, but I'm just looking at my phone. Excuse me, Crumpet. And Alright, so we are live. We are live. I wasn't sure. Google was playing around with their... So I wish they'd just leave things alone after people get used to them and they get used to how they use them, and they're comfortable with everything, and then suddenly they want to make a change. Oh, now what? Now what? I can't do my daily or weekly live stream because they've messed around with their application. I don't recognize it anymore. I think the next live stream I'm going to do from my phone, maybe just go around and look at the cats. And, there we go. Hey, baby. Look at the cats with my cell phone, so we can see some kitties that maybe you haven't seen for a while. You know, because it's an expansive property that we have here, and they have lots of opportunities to just lay around on a bridge or on a platform, a lookout point, over at the lake. Let's see, castle area, jungle area. Oh, watch the birds, which is what Rio likes to do nowadays. He goes over and he walks around to where the aviary is, and he just kind of camps there in the observation area where he can't get to the birds. Just watch them flying around. Parakeets. I think I hear Terry. So I'm going to sign off. Okay, we're coming, Mom. I just have to shut this off.